Hey everyone, it's Mike, and we're going to talk on a subject today that might get me in trouble with some people, but I'm okay with that. I just want to talk about it a little bit. So this is going to be a two-part conversation about weight. Why are we talking about weight? Because that seems to be a common thing that people coming to the vegan lifestyle are thinking about. And I think sometimes there's a lot of expectations that are maybe a little bit too high. Yes, in general, when you look at the statistics, vegans have the lowest BMI and the most normal BMI. But we have to remember that a lot of those statistics are based off of information that was gathered prior to our current situation. What do I mean by our current situation? Well, in our current situation, we have all kinds of processed vegan options. In the past, vegans had basically whole food plants. That's what they ate. Maybe some tofu here and there. But they were mostly eating whole food plants. And because when you eat mostly whole food plants, you have to eat quite a large volume to get too many calories, you end up having a nice kind of what the average body wants for a body weight. One of the important points there, though, is what the body wants, right? We're not all born with the genetics to be supermodels. We're not all born with the genetics to be top-level bodybuilders. We're born with the genetics we have, and one of the benefits of a whole food plant-based lifestyle is that over time, your body will get into the configuration that it feels is ideal for your genetic makeup. So while this part will be discussing reasons why we're not losing weight, or we just have weight here, the next part will be discussing kind of some strategies for losing weight and how you can deal with the things that are preventing you and maybe lose weight. One of the really big reasons why people don't lose weight easily on a whole food plant-based lifestyle is because they have a medical condition. Whether it's an issue with your thyroid or some other part of your metabolic system, you may have an actual medical issue that makes it difficult for you to not store fat, okay? Also, there are prescription medications that you can be on that can promote weight gain or restrict weight loss. And as long as you're on those things, you're going to have that kind of problem. Certainly, you should talk to your doctor to see if some of the medications you're on are those type. You can look up the prescriptions online and see. But certainly medical reasons is one of the real valid reasons why people do have trouble losing weight when they're eating whole foods and plant-based. Another big one, and it seems to be really common, especially people coming to this lifestyle, not so much that you're not losing weight, but maybe you're gaining weight, and that may be because you starved yourself, right? If you're coming to this lifestyle from an eating disorder where you were underweight and you start eating a wide variety of whole foods, you're more than likely going to gain weight, right? Because your ideal genetic body weight and the proportions that your body likes to be in are probably not the ones that came from you starving yourself. The other side of that is you might have trouble losing weight if you are starving yourself. Your metabolic system might fight you in trying to lose weight, especially if you've had a protracted length of time at a certain weight. Say 2 years ago or a year ago or some time period like that, you decided you wanted to lose weight. So you started constricting your calories, right? And so you're saying, well, I'm going to eat 1,200 calories. And so you're restricting yourself, and eventually what's going to happen is your body's going to decide, well, that's the new normal that I'm getting for intake. So it's going to prioritize fat storage. So You'll get a small amount of food in, but your body will slow down its cellular process. It'll take what you give it and it'll store that. It'll try to store that because it doesn't know if you're going to starve it again. And that can be a real problem. Now, that's not a problem that affects everyone. Some people might have been starving themselves for a year. They start eating again and eating whole food plant-based. They gain weight back up to maybe some ideal weight that would be for their body and their genetics. And then they stop. They don't keep gaining weight. They don't gain excess weight. It kind of just works out for them. And while there's other people that it doesn't work out for them, and then they feel like they're just gaining too much weight and they get stuck. That's kind of a genetic metabolic problem for some people, not everyone, but certainly it's a side effect of starving yourself, right? It's a real problem when you starve yourself, and it messes up your body, messes up your hormones, and for some people they recover right away, some people they don't. It just really depends. So, and then probably the last and other big reason why people tend to gain weight or have trouble losing weight when they go to a whole food plant-based lifestyle is because you said you were going to a whole food plant-based lifestyle, but you're not really there. I'm guilty of this myself from time to time, more so sometimes than other times. But if you're eating a lot of processed vegan foods, right? The fake meats, the fake cheeses, the fake ice cream, those are all processed foods. Oils, a lot of fried potatoes, fried onions, fried food. That's not really eating whole foods, right? You're eating processed foods. And the problem you can get with processed foods is that you don't need as much to get a lot of calories, right? But you got in this whole food plant-based lifestyle and you started eating in volumes, right? Because you need that to get your nutrition. So you're eating lots and lots and lots. But then when you move away from the whole foods, you start working on the processed foods, you don't really need to eat lots and lots of that, but you don't get satisfied unless you do. So main thing that you should do there is don't eat so many processed foods. Try to shift your diet back towards more whole foods, more plant-based. Work on getting your macronutrient ratios away from all the fats and high protein levels and kind of balance it back out to probably something that works for you. I'm guessing that if you do eat a lot of processed foods, you're finding you're not real comfortable, your digestion maybe is not doing great, and that's because that's not really what your body wants, right? Whole food, eat some real whole foods, fruits and legumes and beans, and so you eat all that good stuff. And just let the processed things be just a really, really small part of your diet. And that'll help balance out the calories that you're getting in and make sure that you're not getting too many for your body. And you're getting the right proportion and the right nutrients, and that works out better. So that's all for this video. Next one, we're going to talk about things you can do, strategies you can use to help you lose weight. For me, I'm not really shooting for losing weight right now. I feel that'll come naturally as we go, but I know for some people that's a real hot button for them. So until next time, thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you watching and all of you subscribing. Make sure you do subscribe to see the next video, so you get the notifications and such. And we'll see you next time. Thanks so much. Goodbye.